Ice cold Central Virginia. It's 18 degrees here, according to my car's thermometer, and that doesn't count the wind chill. Um, we are getting ready to have a severe winter blast, if you can believe that. It's supposed to get, they were saying 5 to 7 inches. Now they're saying 8 to 10 inches of snow in our area tonight and into Sunday. And then we're supposed to get 1 to 2 inches of ice on top of that. So it's going to get interesting. I hope everybody went and got your bread and your milk. And the biggest thing they're worried about is power outages. Whenever we have bad storms, it's not uncommon for the electricity to go out because the ice weighs down on the power lines. We have underground lines where we live, but the problem is that the lines, before they get to our neighborhood, are not buried, and the tree branches will sometimes get heavy and lean down on them. And when we have an area outage where there's 400 or 500 people without power, that's a heck of a lot of square miles because we live in a rural area. I hope everybody went and got your bread and your milk. And toilet paper. I guess when it snows, people sit around and eat bread and drink milk and then they go poop. So that's why those things are always sold out. I'm not far from a Walmart now, and I drove past it and the parking lot was pretty full. Now, there's nothing in the sky yet. It's not coming till late tonight. But we do have a generator if the power does go out. Funny thing is, if you ever... we've had the power go off about 10 times in a year. And twice it was off for more than 10 hours. The other times it was off anywhere between 30 minutes and about 4 hours. So we got a generator, and since the generator's been there, our power went off once for about 4 hours, and that was it. So we'll see how it goes. It's powered by propane, so we should have enough propane to last a while, but hopefully we won't have anything happen like that. But anyway, we are headed into some dark days in the Commonwealth. If we our new governor has done some very drastic things. One of the things she's trying to do is put us into what they call RGGI, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. This is kind of like putting rubber cheese in your own sandwich. They want to decrease the use of fossil fuels, but problem is you can't generate everything with solar and wind. All you need is a couple cold winters to realize that. But that's the tip of the iceberg. She's got a lot of other bad stuff, but I'm not ready to comment on other stuff right now. But I just hope wherever you are that maybe make sure you've got a couple extra pounds of air in your tires. Make sure you've got some road salt, and make sure your fluids are all topped off in your car. Make sure you got enough antifreeze. And if you're going to go anywhere far from home, have something in your car like maybe some of those portable hand heaters. Have some kitty litter to help you if you get stuck. Make sure you have air in your spare tire too. Have an extra blanket or something with you, and make sure your cell phone is charged up. You should be okay, but you never know. It could get, sometimes these snowstorms aren't what gets you, it's the damn ice. Because I don't care if you've got a four-wheel drive monster truck, you get stuck in the ice, and your wheels and tires aren't going anywhere. The only good vehicle on ice is a Zamboni, and that's the thing that they ride around at the ice skating rink. So I just hope everybody has a good day and take it in stride. It's the first major storm of the year. We had about 2 inches of snow last month. That was it. And that was just, it kind of came and went. It got warm a day or two later. But just be safe out there. Allow a little bit of extra traveling distance. Make sure your gas tank is full. If you run your gas tank really low, you get moisture and condensation in there, and it can sometimes mess with your engine. But um, just just know that the kind of ice that we're getting here isn't the good kind. It's the kind that you slip on. It's not the kind that runs around in Minneapolis looking for illegal aliens. So it's different. It's the more dangerous kind of ice. At least if you're a citizen anyway. So just be safe. Allow a bit of extra time to get where you're going. If you can avoid it, stay home. I think what's probably going to happen is that after the snow finishes Saturday night into Sunday, most people are off work on Sunday, but I know my wife is probably going to have off on Monday, or she'll have to telework. She can do some things from home. So just all I can say is be safe out there. And after this is over, make sure you get your car washed and hose out the wheel wells really well. Helps to fight corrosion. But anyway, everybody have a fantastic day. And I can see comments popping up on there, but I can't really read them. Let me put on my glasses. Don't support anything, stay neutral. Well, I did read that comment. But you know what I find? That as far as don't supporting anything, I find that maybe it's just getting old, but I'm actually where I end up, I'm more against something than I am for something else. In the last couple of elections, I didn't really vote for a candidate I liked. I just voted against one who was going to do more damage. It's like choosing between a dumpster fire and a train wreck, you know? You end up supporting the person who's going to do the least amount of damage instead of do the most amount of good. The perfect example of that was our gubernatorial election in November. I'm speaking Virginia specific, but Virginia and New Jersey are the only two states that elect governors in the off year after a presidential election. And we had a choice between Abigail Spanberger, who won, and Winsome Sears, who lost. There was no alternative candidate in the race. The Libertarians didn't run anybody. Constitution Party didn't run anybody, and there were no independents on the ballot. But you had a Winsome Sears, I think, would have been a decent governor, but she was she didn't campaign very well. She was the current lieutenant governor. Well, she's the previous lieutenant governor, and she didn't really set the world on fire, and she did horribly in the debate. But the main reason I supported her was because I knew she would veto bad bills. Now Spanberger's in there, and every bad bill given to her by the leftist majority House of Delegates and State Senate, she's going to rubber stamp and sign it. That's where it came down to me. I was like, well, what do? Do you vote for somebody who's going to allow really bad things to happen, or do you vote for somebody who's going to try and prevent it, even if they won't do anything good? But that's what is going on. Now, I always do believe in voting in every election possible. I even vote in primaries. I even voted in the primary for a party I didn't really like to try to choose the person who would be the easiest to defeat. But of course, that can come back and backfire on you too. In Virginia, we have open primaries. We don't register by party in Virginia. You're either registered to vote or you're not. So if the Republicans have a primary, Democrats can vote in it, and vice versa. That's why a lot of times they do caucuses or conventions now, because the other party will try and sabotage it. You're not supposed to do that, but, well, the other guys do it, so we're going to do it too. So it's just, we're at a bad part in our country where people are not capable of, what do you call it? We have a lack of common sense. People are not capable of critical thinking. They don't think about the alternative. They say, well, a candidate talks about making everything free or making it more affordable, but you don't make anything more affordable by subsidizing it. Otherwise, Obamacare would work. If you have to keep increasing the subsidies of something, then it's not really working as it was intended. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And now I just heard that somebody else got shot by ICE out in Minnesota. I don't know the circumstances of it. Uh, I'm sure everybody's going to rush to judgment and blame one side or the other before they have any knowledge of it, of what really went on. You'll see videos posted on the internet, and people will be saying, well, this must have happened this way. But whenever you see these videos where especially the ones where the police look bad, you never see the 2 or 3 minutes leading up to it or the 5 minutes afterwards. You just see a 20-second soundbite or a 20-second video of a police officer shooting somebody or using force, and you're like, ugh. But then you realize, well, what happened before that? What caused it? The police just don't go up and shoot people. Something caused it. Even if it's a bad shooting and the police are at fault, for something caused it to escalate. So we're just, we're getting to the point now they're saying that these anti-ICE people are anarchists. No, they're not. They're not anarchists. They're just most of them are just disgruntled leftists. An anarchist totally hates government. I have some of them as friends, and all they think. They hate government altogether. Leftists don't really hate government. They just hate the idea they're not in charge of it, because many of them are far more oppressive than Trump or Biden could be in their wildest dreams. So people need to use their terminology right. I know that gets lost in the weeds all the time, but I've rambled on enough for today. I will wish everybody a good afternoon. And if you're outside the area of the snowpocalypse, then good for you. If you're in it, why don't you just stay warm? If you have a significant other, unless you want to have a baby in 9 months, be very careful. Practice safe sex. If you're old folks like us, then you don't need to worry about that. If you imbibe in alcohol, just don't do it while you're outside in the cold, because alcohol I think it lowers your body temperature, and it will also make you feel like you're normal, but you could really be having frostbite. So just be careful about that. Just be well, be safe, and annoy a hateful person today. Kill them with kindness. Be of good cheer. They hate that. Anyway, peace out.